Okay, picture this. Deep in the middle of Turkmenistan's Karakum desert, there's this wound in the earth, and it just refuses to heal. For decades now, it's been on fire, a constant, blazing spectacle in this vast, empty landscape.
And you can totally see why. I mean, at night, it casts this absolutely eerie, apocalyptic glow that you can see for miles and miles. It's a completely surreal sight, like you're staring into a portal to another world.
But here's the kicker. This is not a volcano. It's not some ancient curse or natural phenomenon. This inferno is 100% man-made. It's the result of a single mistake that, believe it or not, the world's best engineers still can't seem to fix.
So yeah, let's really dig into what this fiery spectacle, this accidental monument actually is.
So how big are we talking? 70 meters. That's the width of this thing. To give you some perspective, that's nearly the length of a football field. Just imagine that. A giant, roaring cauldron of fire and fury, just constantly churning.
To understand how on earth this happened, we've got to rewind the clock. So let's jump back to the Soviet era and get the origin story.
The year is 1971. Soviet geologists are on the hunt for natural resources. They pick this spot, thinking there's oil, and set up a huge drilling rig. But they made a massive miscalculation. Instead of oil, their drill punched right into a giant shallow cavern full of natural gas. And just like that, the ground beneath them gives way. The entire rig gone, swallowed by the earth.
Incredibly, nobody was killed in the collapse. But now they had a new, invisible problem. Poisonous methane gas just pouring out of this giant sinkhole. So faced with this crisis, they made a decision that would change everything. They decided to light it on fire. I know, sounds crazy, right? So what were they thinking?
Well, at the time, their logic kind of made sense. This gas was a real threat to nearby villages and all the wildlife. So their solution was to just burn it off. They figured, hey, it'll be quick, it'll be safe, and the fire will burn itself out in a few weeks. Oh boy, were they wrong. Like, spectacularly wrong.
Which brings us to the science of this whole thing. Why has this fire, a fire that was only supposed to last for a couple of weeks, kept burning for more than half a century? And I mean, you really can't overstate how massive their underestimation was. Those few weeks have stretched into more than 50 years of nonstop, relentless fire. The answer, it turns out, is deep underground. You see, the geologists hadn't just hit some small pocket of gas. Nope, they had accidentally drilled into a massive natural gas reserve. Just think of it like a gigantic pressurized fuel tank buried beneath the desert. And I'm not exaggerating when I say massive. The Darvaza Crater is sitting right on top of one of the largest known natural gas reserves in the entire world. That sheer, almost unbelievable amount of fuel is the real reason this fire has basically become eternal. The mechanics of it are actually brutally simple, but so powerful. That collapse created a perfect, wide-open vent to the surface. Now, high-pressure gas from that enormous reserve is just constantly shooting up, feeding the flames with an unending supply of fuel. It's a self-sustaining inferno.
So this brings us to today and the big dilemma. With all the environmental concerns and wasted resources, there's a huge debate about whether we should, or if we even can, finally close the gate. Officially, the position of Turkmenistan's leadership has been pretty clear over the years. The fire has to be put out. They see it as a colossal waste of a valuable resource, and of course, a major source of pollution. It's the obvious question, isn't it? If everybody agrees it should be extinguished, why is it still burning all these years later? Well, this is where things get really complicated. For starters, the heat is just unbelievable, making it almost impossible to get close. Then you have the immense, continuous gas pressure pushing up. And here's the real deal breaker. If you try to cap it and you get it wrong, you could trigger a catastrophic explosion. You're basically trying to put a lid on a giant, unstable gas leak. Every single plan to put it out has stalled because the risks are just too high. So, as it continues to burn, the crater has kind of taken on a whole new meaning. Let's talk about its powerful and, frankly, terrifying legacy. It's had this fascinating transformation. What started out as a huge human error, a Soviet screw-up, has become this bizarre, powerful testament to the sheer raw power of our planet. It's a true accidental wonder.
And in a way, it serves a purpose now. It's like the supervolcano growing under Yellowstone. The Gate of Hell is a very stark, very fiery, and very visible reminder of the incredible forces that are hidden just below the surface we walk on every day.
And that leaves us with the big central question. On one hand, it's a source of pollution and a waste of resources. On the other, it's a unique, terrifying, and strangely beautiful spectacle. So, what do you think? Is it finally time to close the gate for good? Or should this accidental wonder just be left to burn?